Hey gorgeous, and welcome to my channel. I'm Kopana Shmage, and this is how I do things, a show where you send me your questions and I'll let you know how I would do things. You can take it as entertainment, use it as advice, take it, don't take it, use it, don't use it at all, my darlings. Listen, do what you will, do what you want with it. Do you know why? You know why? Because me, na, ek, mwah. I'm not a professional. I'm not a professional at all. I'm just letting you know what I would do if I was in your shoes. Honeys, this video almost didn't happen, okay? It almost didn't happen. There's no intro skit. There's no funky, interesting editing at all because load shedding has got me in a chokehold. I've been trying to render and export the same video for I think about like 4 days, and it's just not happening. I keep getting load shedded, my video keeps getting corrupted. So I was just like, you know what, I do not want this week to go by without uploading the videos that I want to upload. So I'm doing this cozy conversation so that we can have a conversation about this year, right? 5 things that you need to know before the end of the year, before you end it off, before you say, listen, I'm done with the year, let's move on. I'm doing this in one straight take. I'm not even gonna edit this, I'm just gonna put it up. So if I make any mistakes, please do forgive me. And if I look down, it's because my laptop is in front of me. Usually my notes are on my phone or on something, or even in my journal, but I haven't actually written in my Faith Life journal yet. This video is done with collaboration to my business, Her Success Journal. And this is my Faith Life journal that just came out. It is so amazing. It's got sermon notes. It's got prayer pages. It's for everybody who has a faith life of any sort. Look at that. Prayer pages. And my favorite, which is something that a lot of us like to do at the beginning of the year, fasting. So you can literally put your own fasting guidelines and track how you're fasting during a 21-day, 7-day, or a 3-day fast. So I haven't actually written in mine yet, and I would have done these notes in there, but I did them on my laptop first. So that's why I keep looking down. So let's get into it. Usually, a lot of the times when we judge how well a year has gone, we tend to base that success on the things that we can see. So we want to see a car, we want to see a house, are we married, do we have a babe, do we have a baby, do you have a new job, has my salary increased? And these are all things that help us realize or help us see major changes in our lives from one year to another year. I think that's quite a dangerous thing for us to look at sometimes because people can grow in so many ways that we can't see in cash, money, in a house, in a location, or even in the length of their hair, honeys, you know? So in this video, I really want to talk to you about that change, how you can actually change and grow. And most importantly, knowing your seasons. What was this year all about? Was it truly a success? Were there things that you might have actually missed on? Because this could have been the season for you to grow in ways that you might have missed. And you could possibly just see that, oh, wow, I've achieved so much. I've done so much this year. And maybe this year was my year of preparation, my season of preparation. So moving into the next year, what am I being prepared for? There's a line which I'm going to tell you guys about now, is that it's not only about knowing what season you're in, but knowing what to do in the season. And that's how we thrive no matter which season we're in. So let's get into it. Number 1. So give me a second. Number 1 is maybe the season wasn't, give me a sec. I need to look for this. This is not going to be easy. Okay. So maybe this year actually wasn't the season for all of that. Maybe it wasn't the season for you to get a car and get a house and for you to change your salary or to change your location. It's important to know what season you are in. If this was the season for you to prepare for your blessings, what if that's the case? What if this is the season for you to step back and actually rest, gather your energy, and just actually enjoy the things that have happened in your life this year? What if this is the season for you to heal? That there's been so many things happening in your life, and maybe this was a season for you where you actually got to see that these are the areas that I have been hurt, and these are the areas where I needed to grow, and you've learned how to heal and overcome certain traumas, and you started to learn more about yourself. You can miss on that season and even devalue your season by not knowing what season you were in. This could have been the year for healing. This could have been the year for rest. This could have been the year of your breaking, because next year is your year of your making. And you can devalue this season by not understanding what it was meant for. So look at your life and say that, okay, I might not have all of these physical changes, but what if this season was something that might not be seen with my eyes, but it can definitely be felt. I feel stronger. I feel more vulnerable, and that is a superpower as well. What if that was the season that you were in? So then we move on to number 2 is not only do you need to know what season you are in, but you also need to know what to do in that season. So this is how you thrive, when you understand the timing of your life. That is my daughter at the door. When you understand the timing of your life. And it's not easy to actually understand what that timing is. This is why you need to pray for the spirit of discernment, for you to really understand your decision-making process, for you to actually recognize what is happening. I think a lot of us are living in answered prayers where we prayed for certain things to happen, and those things didn't happen the way we think they were supposed to happen, but God still sent us an answer. This is why we have to pray for discernment, for us to be able to pick up on the seasons we're in and pick up on what we need to do. Not all seasons are growth seasons. Some seasons were supposed to be planted. Some seasons were supposed to be rooted. So we're always thinking about moving forward, but what if we actually got stronger this season? What if we were actually feeding the season? And once we learn how to discern what season we're in, that's how we learn to then thrive. So I want to read Psalm 1:3 to you, because this is what this is all about. It says, "Blessed is the one who does not walk in the step of the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, but whose delight is in the law of the Lord, and who meditates on his law day and night. That person is like a tree planted by streams of water, who yields fruit in season, and whose leaves do not wither. Whatever they do prospers." So this is so important, because 2 things that you note from this is that this person delights in the way of the Lord. This person thinks about the Lord. He meditates on the ways of the Lord, the laws, day and night. This person is like a stream planted by the water and yields fruit in season. This is why it's important for us to know which season we are in, so that we know, should I be bearing fruit in this season, or is this my season for me to just sit and be planted in the waters? Because what happens when you are planted and you're rooted in the Lord is that you will always thrive. Even if it's not a time for you to bear fruit, you will continue to thrive, because you will not wither, you will not faint during those seasons. So number 3, the secret to thriving in every single season is, let me tell you, it's found in Jeremiah. So I'm just going to quickly read it to you. The secret to thriving in every season. So even if this is not your season to bear fruit, you can still thrive in every single season. Jeremiah says, "Blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is in him. They are like a tree planted by the water, that sends out its roots by the stream. It does not fear when heat comes. Its leaves always green, and it has no worries in a year of drought, and never fails to bear fruit." Again, planted by the water, never fails to bear fruit, and does not wither. The leaves are always green. I don't know if you've ever seen an evergreen tree, which no matter what the weather is, the tree always has green leaves. And that's how we are when we are planted and rooted in the Lord. When we seek our strength from him, when his word is a lamp unto our feet and it guides us, that's how we actually thrive in every single season. That even if there's a recession, even if there's something going on, even if there's troubles in our lives, we are always sustained. We are always green. We are always growing. We are always fed, because we're feeding on the word of the Lord all the time. I think that is a superpower that certain people have. If you looked at somebody and you're just like, yo, this person's life is always going well. There's things that are always happening in this person's life. And no matter what troubles they go through, they just seem like they have this anointing on their lives. And that is because they are planted and they are rooted. And that's how you thrive in every single season that you are in. So number 4 is that I think that we go through different seasons. And this is how I think of it. There's a season for us to be planted. We can be planted in different places. If you look at the parable of the sower, we can be planted wherever we are, but if there are seeds that are thrown on the route where people are walking, there are seeds that are thrown onto a path where the environment is not good for us, where we are surrounded by people who are always talking down to us, etc., then the word of the Lord does not take root in us, and we can't be guided the way that we want to be guided. So it's very important for you to look at, where am I, what are my surroundings, and what is happening. So season to be rooted, A season to be planted, meaning we are placed in certain places and environments for a reason. A season to be rooted. We should be rooted in all seasons, rooted by the water, rooted by the stream, rooted in the Lord and His word, so we continue to thrive. Then there's a season for us to blossom, meaning that blossoming is actually a phase. It doesn't happen all the time. It's the phase right before fruit happens. And when you blossom, everybody around you sees that you look beautiful, but you're not feeding anyone. But when you bear fruit, fruit does not feed the tree, but it feeds everybody around it and it multiplies. So which season are you in? Are you being planted? Are you being rooted? Are you blossoming, or are you bearing fruit? And when you know that you rely on the Lord, then you will always be green. You will always be thriving. Your leaves will always be green, and you will never wither no matter what the storm is. And finally, number 5, stay close to the source. If you want to thrive in every season, know what season you're in. And you can do that when you stay close to the source. You will always be green. You will always thrive. Even if you're not bearing fruit, you will always be good if you're planted in the Lord. So that is my video. I hope that you enjoyed it. It's super short. And make sure that you get yourself the Faith Life Journal. It does. We are shipping internationally. The link is going to be in my description. And if you have any questions about the Faith Life Journal, you can let me know. I'm super excited about this. I hope that you enjoyed this video. As short as an impromptu as it is, and as weird as it was to watch me fumbling around, I'm just happy that there's a video up, and I'm just happy that we get to chat and that we can have this moment to talk to each other. So hope that you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Give this video a big thumbs up, and please share it with a friend who needs it. Until next time, toodles.